Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach.
Okay, so what we are going to learn is uh, Gradle. Okay, so some of the things like what is Gradle? I would not spend too much of time because we have already discussed in the Maven session. It's a build tool. Okay, but you should ask like why we need to know Gradle. Of course, build automation is one region which we got to know in the Maven section, but we should be having other regions also. One of the region is Gradle is the most recent one, okay, most latest tool. And if you remember last session, I said procedural and declarative. That means do both the capability you have with Gradle. That means I'll put it in a simple way. If you want Gradle to define the structure, that is possible. If you want you yourself to define the structure, that is also possible. Both option is available. Maven, it was not available. Maven, you have to follow the procedure. That means they will define the structure, you have to follow the process. But in Gradle, both options are possible. And this one of the region, Gradle is very powerful. There's another region which we have Gradle is powerful is like Maven is for Java. Understand? But Gradle is for the multiple languages, for the Java, it's for .NET, it's for Python, and many more. Scala and all, you know. So many products you can use for this. That's one of the reason. So now let's understand this way. Uh, it's a build tool, of course. Now, Gradle is also developed in Java. Please understand that. Yes, this is also developed in Java. So the moment I say Java, then few questions will become obsolete. That means, can I install in Windows, Linux, Mac, this, that, and all? You know that answer. And second thing, you need to have a Java installed in order to have a Gradle running. That is clear. Correct now? All of you? All of you? Hello?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So now I'll directly jump to the questions, which is how to install Gradle. So first thing you have to have a Java, and previous session only we did this Java install. So echo, this is a Windows, right? So not dollar, you have to use this one. Java is installed, 11 Java installed. Now the question is how do we install the Gradle? So simple, download, extract, set in the path. Same thing which you did in the Maven, you have to do that. So how can we download this? So just simply just type in the internet Gradle and here click on it. And there's a many ways. See prerequisite Java, I have it, and installing manually. You can download the package. If you think you are in a different platform, you have a different packages also, like a command line also. So many instructions are there. See here, Mac developers, you have it here. SDK developers, app also you have a Gradle package. But let's stick to the manual options. That's a developer options friendly one. These are the packages you download. 8.7 and this other. So download and extract set in the path. So I've already downloaded it. Let me share with you the directory under the tools. Gradle C 8.6. So I think last session I did this latest one only. So download it and extract it, and I usually keep it under the tools. You know that. So that's all. Now can we set in the path? So this directory you have to set in the path. This one. So can we go and check this? So env and go to the user path. And if you see that, here it is. Here. That's all. Done. So Gradle installation is just like download, extract, copy, and set in the path. That's all. How do we validate? So guys, go to the command line and just type Gradle. That's all. So that way you'll come to know if you get a command not found or something like that. That means Gradle is not installed. If you're getting something else, that means install. Simple. So are you clear, all of you, till now?
Yes, Rajesh. Go ahead.
Okay, so now next thing, if you remember that from the previous topic, which file we use in the Gradle? See, build.gradle. Okay. So first thing what I'll teach you how to write a procedural. Okay, how to write a procedural. So basically, that means your own logic for build automation. For build automation. Understand that? That means you, based on your experience, you define your own logic. No one can help you in this. Gradle also has that feature where they can automate for you, but because you decided I will automate my way, I will design my build automations. So your logic. So for that, you have to write a code in build.gradle. That is something you have to write. Like in a Maven, you had a pom.xml, that certain code which was written by them. You'll have to write your own code. And in this code, what you will have is tasks. Tasks 1, task 2. I'm just giving a skeleton, okay? Task 3, task 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then task you will have something like this. Now, what you want to do as a part of the task 1, what do you want to do the task 2, what do you want to do with the task 4, and all this we need to discuss. For example, what do you want to do in the, I'm just helping you the logic. You have to design, you have to become architect for the build automation. So here you will copy the code or maybe git clone the code, git clone. Here what you will do, you will set, let's say, create a directory structure. No, let's make it here. Create a directory structure. Create a dir-str. What we did with the Maven also. Then you will clone the code here. Clone the code. Then what do you want to do? Javac. You want to Javac means compile. You should know manually Javac. And maybe you want to, before Javac, you want to do what? You want to copy certain third-party library. Third-party library. And for this Javac, and after that, what do you want to do? Javac after that, probably you want to package it. Jar file you want to package it. So this, all this logic, who will decide? Not me, not anyone else, but the one who's working all the build automation. Are you understanding the logic and skeleton? All of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now next question is, you will say, okay, how can I create a directory structure in Gradle? How can we clone the code? How can we copy the code? How can we do the Javac? How can we do the jar? And there's hundreds of more. So guys, that is where the Gradle will help you. And Gradle say, hey, go and look at my libraries. I have given so many. Let me close this. I've given so many. I think my page got closed or what? Yeah, I think so. So I have given so many tasks, built-in tasks, we call it. Gradle tasks. Search for it. Let's say copy task. And you see here, there's a DSL. We call it a DSL, means domain specific language. So see here, if you left side, if you look at it, there's so many tasks they have given. So what do you want? You want to create a directory structure, because I know that, so I'm hitting directly, but it's your gradual learnings. First you develop what you want, and then you will find a task for it. For example, I know that there is one task which is for creating a directory structure, which you can use it for anything as such also. Exec task. This is the one. This will create a directory structure, mkdir, and all you can run it this command line. See, some examples are given here. I know that for the cloning, you can use a git So there'll be one git task somewhere here. I know that there's a copy task somewhere here it is. So here, this is a copy task. For each and everything, there is a task given to that. I know there is a compilation Java task somewhere should be here somewhere. Quickly see. Where is that? Java compile. Here. Okay. Java compile. So I know that for the creating package, what package? Jar package here it is. So now what you are supposed to do? See, no one will help you. This you decided you will write your own automations. No one will help you. You write your own logic. You write each tasks and each code and then run it. Who's stopping you? No one will stop you. They've given you so many tasks for it. Now you'll say, Rajesh, this task, before that, I want to do this task. Before that, I want to do this task. I want to do all these tasks, but in a certain order. How do we do that? And that is where the depends on is there. There is one way to depends on. You can make it depends on task on 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and just call 1. Rest of the things will call. It's a chain will be created. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say at a skeleton level? All of you? Hello?
Yeah, getting it.
Yeah. So now let's get back to the real work. This is just a skeleton. So I have some sample code to help you guide. Gradle, right? Gradle example. Just put it DevOps school. Enter. So here, I think it's not coming. Gradle example. Hmm. I mean, there are so many specifications. Just keep it limited. Yeah. So this is the one task. So it's just echoing and stuff. Hello world kind of things. Okay, nothing serious. So if you see that there's a task name, task 6. This is a custom task. You are writing all the logic. That means when you call the task 6, this is all supposed to be done. And task 6 has certain description. How do you put this description? Put it, this can be anything. And task 6 depends on the task 5. Now this, right now I don't want to add additional task, I'll delete it. Each task you will have you can have, this is optional by the way, you can have a action. What is this? Do first, do last. What does that mean? If you read it little carefully, do first means no matter where you put it, it has to run first in that particular task. So let me do one thing. Let me move the do first after the do last. That way it will make more sense. Then you'll understand this. Okay. That means anything you put inside the do first, it will run first. Anything you put inside the do last, it will run last. So here, what is this? This is the println, one of the tasks which I just showed you here. So one of the println task. This is just for echoing the message. So I'll just remove this. This is task 6, do last. And this is a task 6, do first. Done. So this is just a hello world. The way you write no in every programming language is like this. Hello world. So now what to do? Because I go to my static, I'll delete this one. And okay, I think it's being used somewhere else. So let's create one more directory inside this and Gradle. Okay, and here I am going to put this code in the file called build.gradle. That is your configuration file. Build.gradle and feed the code. Done. And where is it? So go to the command line and just you want to see the tasks. How do you see that? So one of the command we should run Gradle tasks s, add it, and this will give you the tasks which you have it. Now you see that here these are the tasks you got it. So now do you have any tasks which is called 6? Do you have it? Can you locate it? Do you have it? All of you?
Not here. I think it will be in the folder.
No. Tasks I have in the code, right? This is the task I defined. In the same folder, I'm running this command, Gradle task, and it's not coming. Why? So here this task is built-in given by the Gradle, but my task is not given. Why? Because has to be all flag. If you put all, then that will be shown. Now, did you get it?
Yes. The last one.
So now the last one you see other task, that is the one mine, and description you see that matching. This is the task 6. Now this is the action, and inside that this statement I want to run it. How do I run it? Simply call the task 6. So T capital, remember, task 6. So now the question is, how do we write a task? Okay, and you see here, focus on this. This is a task, do first. See here in this code I had written last, and here I put it first. See that stuff. Okay, so this is the something which you have it. So now the question was, what is Gradle? First question. Why Gradle? Second question. How to install Gradle? Third question. Fourth question, how do we write a script in Gradle? And how do we run it? Are we clear on it? These 5 questions. All of you?
Yes.
Now you will say, okay, some realistic example or something. So let's use some code. Okay, so I have some code here somewhere downside, I guess. Uh, Here, should be here. Not able to look at. I mean, there's so many codes is there. I can use it, but right now I just want to use it one code. It's okay. I'll write my note. Okay, so here this is the task 6. Now what I want to do, I want to add one more task. What to do? I'll copy some files. That's a logic mine. So go for copy C and here. So this is my one more task. I'm adding it. See here. So this is the task name. Type is copy, and this has to be changed. So what I will do, go inside this Gradle folder, and here I'm creating faking out, okay, that directory. It can be any path, but inside that I'm keeping it. So it is simple src, and inside that src I'll create one file, dummy file. This is some file. Here some code.java or something like that. Anything you can keep it, by the way, just for the demo. So this is a file, and here what I want, this file I want to copy in the build directory. So what I'll do, source, and this I want to copy in the build. It can be any path, by the way, okay, just conceptually. Okay, so can I do that? See, build directory is not there. I have saved the code, Now can I run this? So clear the screen. Gradle tasks all. Now we have a copy task. Did you get the copy task? Here it is. You want to add a description? I think it's better to add it. It'll look good. This is a copy task. Okay, now again come back to this. Clear the screen. Done. So I'm writing on my own logic. No one can help me. See, this is the one. So now you want to run the copy task. Gradle copy task. Simple. Enter. Enter. So now copy should happen. There's some failure by the way. What is this? Did I run wrong? See,
Copy
okay.
docs.
It's
The box it
copy.
is.
My bad, yeah. So copy docs. See, it has run. It says one actionable at task, which was only one, and executed. Can we validate? See, build and file is there. Done. So this is the way you define the logic. You add so many tasks, depends on what you want to do. And Gradle left side, if you see, they have given you everything. Here execute, Java doc, Java compile, jarring, coverage, reports, Gradle reports, groupie, exec. You can execute any commands using exec, EAR, delete, copy, create. A lot of things they have given to you. You define your own logic for build. No one can help you here. Gif, var, test, tar, sync, sign, and da da da. Now you say I want to run this task, but it should be running here. So that is where we have to use the depends on. So here, let me copy the depends on. Here it is. You can use it like this. So here what I'm saying, task copies depends on task 6. So that means when you call the copy, the 6 should call. Let's look at this. So that way you can chain the task and you call one, rest of the things will be called automatically. And you see here it got called. And after that, this action has not happened because that directory was already ignored. Uh, and one is up to date, one is executed, you see. Two actionable actions. Are you understanding all this thing? All of you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hello?
actually. Yeah.
But guys, you will say, Rajesh, I don't like to write a code. I don't want to use my mind. Though you can do that. Gradle allows you to do that. I mean, declarative. You can declare your code and run it yourself. But you say, no, I don't want to do that. I like the Maven, but I also don't want to use Maven also. Why? Because Maven has, lots of coding, lots of, I mean, multi-language support is not there. Then what do we do? What do we do? Then you have to switch back to the one mode which we did in the Maven. What we did in the Maven, anyone remember that what we did in the Maven? First thing,
Create
first
implementation.
step is creating a directory structure, right?
Yeah.
Can we do that in Gradle also? Yes. So we have one command you must remember, Gradle init. In Maven we had archetype, if you remember. So Gradle init will give you the magic. Let's run it. Okay, they'll ask you because I told you, right? Gradle is advanced, supporting multiple programming language, multiple different types of unit test cases, tools, all. So they'll give you option. Hey, what kind of project you want to generate? Basic one, or you want to develop an application? So you want to develop a library for Gradle, or you want to develop a plugin for Gradle? What do you want? So I'll go for the basic one for time being. Enter. Now they'll ask you, okay, your scripting should be in what? Kotlin or Groovy? So Kotlin is easy to understand, though even I'm not very comfortable with Kotlin. So I'll go with the Groovy. The code which I was showing you, it is a Groovy actually. this code is groovy. Okay, this code is groovy. Kotlin, again, if you want to see that, let me show you. So this is a groovy, but you should have a Kotlin same places. Where is that? In just a second. Gradle, Kotlin. So they will give you options what you want to copy, and it's not immediately coming. So both options you get it, but Kotlin is something which is recently, I mean, it's become proper. See here, Kotlin code, Groovy code. So it's up to you decide what you want. Okay. So I'm very comfortable with Groovy compared to Kotlin. So that way. So I'll go always with the Groovy. Enter. Now what is the name? Remember that? What was the name? I put it up during that archetype, and remember the archetype and group ID. So here they'll ask your name. So let's keep it the DevOps tool is a name, and now they'll ask, hey, you want to generate a API based application or something like that. I'm okay with anything right now. Yes, no. And you see here, they have created a directory structure. See, this is the build.gradle, which is your script, and this structure you have to follow. So what is this? This is your script, just like a pom.xml. Now this one and this one is wrapper. That means if you run this wrapper, you don't need to install Gradle. I repeat, if you run the wrapper, you don't need to install Gradle, because that wrapper will download the Gradle for you runtime. So that is the advantage. And this is a setting configuration for Gradle, and you have to add a code here. But then you say, Rajesh, I don't like this. I mean, still I'm getting confused with that, because I used to get the mindset of Maven kind of structure. No problems. Let me delete this. And here, go for one more in it. Instead of basics, I'll go for this one, this time second applications. And the moment you do the application, which programming language you want. So C++ support is there, Groovy is there, Java is there, Kotlin is there, Scala is there, Swift is there. Then you'll say, Rajesh, Python is not there. You have to download one plugin and copy in the Gradle, so Python options will also come. By the way, this all are plugin concepts. You can get a more plugin, more languages can be supported. In fact, PHP beta support is there also actually. Okay, so what to do? So we'll go for one C++ project and go for Groovy 2 and project DevOps quickly, and then I'm showing you the different architecture. Done. See, this is the C++ project. Inside this, you will keep the C++ code, and you will see the same thing, CPP. If you're a C++ directory, I mean a developer, you'll get to know what is a CPP header directory and all. Simple. And this structure has to be committed to the GitHub, and people will follow from there onwards. But then probably you say no, C++, I don't want something else. No problem. So again, run init. Now you know that structure. How do we create it? It's so easy. Two, and this time I'll go for the Java, which is the third one popular option. Okay, and enter. Now they'll ask, hey, do you want sub projects or not? Right now, not interested. Sub projects. Keep it simple. Which language scripting? To Groovy. And now they'll ask you what unit test in Java you want to use it. JUnit, TestNG, Spock, and JUnit Jupyter. I'll go for this JUnit, the one which you use in the Maven also, in fact. And then what is the project name? So DevOps, and so on. Now, guys, minimum version 7, default is this. That's okay. Enter the version 11. Enter. Let's go with this 11, and that's all. Now you see that here directory structure. This is your Gradle file build. This is your app, and inside the app, this is a Gradle file. This is source code, and the same structure you have it. Don't get confused. The same structure what you had in Maven, they got it. So now that's what I said. It's a procedural list become C. Programmer has to copy the code here, developers, and testing team has to keep the code here, and then magical gets started. So are you understanding, all of you, what need to be done? So someone has to create a structure, commit in the GitHub, ask a developer to feed the code, and testing team to feed the test cases and so on. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Yes.
So now what need to be done? So I want to know the list of tasks. Because I have not written even one code. I want to know the task, and you know that task, how to get it. See, and this will give you all the tasks which is available for in the Gradle projects and what you want. So again, because they have given you a task, you should understand what exactly this means. What do you want? Build. You want to clean. You want to create a package, jar package. You want to, you know, convert. I just want to compile only. You want some packaging here. You have tasks name and many helpful tasks are here actually. This is a default by the way. Another task. So mostly you should know this one. So this is JVM, right? So if you go for, I'll show you this simple one. Gradle, Java plugins, tasks, enter. Go to the image. I have tutorials, you can refer it, but I think this will be faster. See here. What task you'll call and what will happen. You have a relationship here. This is your learnings actually. So if you do the build, it will do the check and then test class and then compile Java and classes and compile Java. See that? All the relationship you have. Understood? Same way. Maven, what we said, when you package, it will happen the compile, then test, then package. Correct now? Something like that. Are you understanding, all of you? Hello?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah.
So what we need to do? Let's call out. Nothing we have to do because this is a procedural. Follow the process. So I'm going to call the app build. This is your tasks, which will do everything. That's a popular task actually. So now only one code you have. Let me introduce. Let me show you the directory structure. Here under this you have only one code. Sample code will be there. See here. You can add a more code also. That's up to you. And done. Enter. Rest of the things will be done by them because this is managed by them. So rest of I don't have to remember everything. They will do that everything. Build is a very popular one, and you see everything they'll do that successful. It was just a one code, so done. And here you have say this is the build directory. In Maven you have target directory, right? Here you have build directory. This is the place everything you have it. Where is the library? This is the your package. Where is the class file? Here you have a product main class file, and here you have a test class file here, and test results are here, and some reports are here. So you are done with it. So both the options you have available at Gradle. Which one you want is up to you. But ultimately, what I am trying to teach you here, whenever Jenkins will ask you, hey, give me the Gradle task. So now you know that what task is. Correct now? All of you?
Yes, Rajesh. So this one currently we are executing it in the laptop, which means that we are creating this build using our own
So
system.
same thing. I'll use the justification. Remember that developers will use the same task, but in laptop. Few people will be using the same task, but in laptop. But you will use the same task, but in Jenkins. That's what I'm saying. Conceptually, it will be same.
Okay, okay.
Got it?
Yes.
So Next time, if Gradle will tell you what is a task, what is a goal, again, this is the most useful one. Just hard code this statement with it. In case of Maven, they'll ask you goal name. In case of AND, they'll ask you target name. In terms of MEMS build, they'll ask you target name. In terms of Gradle, they'll ask you task. In Maven, we have pom.xml. In Gradle, we have a build.gradle, which you saw that. And in AND, we have build.xml. Build.gradle is a Groovy script. Build.xml is an XML script, as name suggests. Pom.xml is also XML. MS build is also XML. So please remember that. This is XML, all this is a Groovy I showed you. You can write in Kotlin, which I did not cover that actually.
Okay, so here in pom.xml we added dependency, and then it have this local and central repo. And similarly, do this have a similar
Yes,
thing?
yes, we have everything is similar. Let me show you rather than talking. So go to the app, an app. Here is a build.gradle, just like a pom.xml. And here you see dependency. This is an easy way to write it because they created for me, so I didn't have to write it. So this is the JUnit. Earlier we were putting in the element section, right? This is more
Right.
easier in fact.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
And here, if you see this line, what it states. So they said, remember that this statement. Let me show you that first. This, do you remember this one?
Yeah.
So the problem with Gradle is not having inbuilt dependency management system. That is a problem. So what they do, Gradle uses Maven Central for dependencies. That means what will happen when you run a Gradle task, then it will read the build.gradle file same way, and it will look for the local repo and central repo same way as you had in the Maven. That's the reason I combine these two tools together. Got it? So they will use the Maven Central. Before that, they'll check the local repo, which is this place. So that means what is happening? Gradle is using the Maven capability for dependency management. That is the one, you can say, flaw or whatever it is, but it is like that.
Okay, so local repo is same thing and .m2 is it?
Yeah, everything will be same,
Okay.
but
Okay.
automatically internally they uses that one for capability, downloading the things.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so this is the Gradle. Any questions so far, all of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.